star. At the beginning, there's no space or time. Everything are intact to a dot smaller than an atom. And then, out of nowhere, universe expands. In this lesson, we're going to uncover the mystery of the universe and how it is or it has begun by means of studying the cosmic origin of the universe with the support of Big Bang theory. Here are the competencies that we are about to attain after this lesson. So first is give evidence for and explain the formation of light elements based on Big Bang theory. Next is to give evidence for and describe the formation of heavier elements during star formation and evolution. Write the nuclear fusion reactions that take place in stars which lead to the formation of new elements. And lastly, describe how elements heavier than iron are formed. The existence of all matter is believed to have started with the birth of the universe. And the most widely accepted explanation to the origin of the universe is the Big Bang theory. So Big Bang theory is an effort to explain what happened at the very beginning of the universe. So in early 1900s, Edwin Hubble offered an explanation that universe is expanding. And later on, his study is later on called the Hubble's law. With that data or Hubble's data, the cosmologists have traced the expansion of the universe back to a time when it was an entity smaller than an atom, and they call it the singularity. Since astronomers think that the universe started with a Big Bang, as with all science-based evidence, what are the evidence of Big Bang theory? There are 4 evidence that supports the Big Bang theory. The first one is the redshift of galaxies or redshifts. It is studied by Edwin Hubble, and redshifts believe that universe is probably expanding. So if we try to go back far enough in time, everything is squashed into dot, and that tiny dot is now the Big Bang. Okay, so the second one that support the Big Bang theory is the microwave background. So the universe, or when the universe was very hot, as it expanded, this heat left behind a glow that fills the entire universe. So this cosmic background, which has been accurately measured by orbiting detectors, and it shows that the Big Bang theory is correct. So the third evidence that supports the Big Bang is the mixture of elements. So as the universe expanded and cooled down, some of the elements that we see today were created. So this means that the Big Bang, or that Big Bang predicts how much of these kinds of elements should have made. And the last evidence that supports the Big Bang is when we look back in time. So always remember that because of light takes long time to travel across the universe, when we look at the very far distant galaxies, we are also looking back in time. From this, we can see that the galaxies a long time ago were quite different from those today. So it only shows that the universe has changed. So this better fits with the Big Bang theory rather than the steady state theory, because in the steady state theory, the universe does not change very much with time compared to Big Bang theory. So as we continue, after the expansion of the universe, what triggers to create or to form the elements? So this is where the Big Bang nucleosynthesis occurs. So when we say Big Bang nucleosynthesis, it is a phase where the universe started to cool down. Then the new particles will form out of pre-existing ones. And those particles are the neutrons forming out of quarks. And from about 1 second to few minutes of cosmic time, when the temperature has fallen below 10 billion Kelvin, the conditions are just right for protons and neutrons to combine and form a certain species of atomic nuclei or nuclei. And this picture or image illustrates two of the nuclear reaction during the Big Bang nucleosynthesis. It forms whether an element or other particles. And the next image shows that how the other particles or elements were formed based on how they evolved or how the particles combine with each other. So next is, this is where we are about to discover how light and heavier elements form. So the light elements such as hydrogen, helium, lithium, and beryllium were produced by the Big Bang nucleosynthesis. And by the combination of light elements, those light elements were able to produce atoms such as carbon, neon, oxygen, silicon, and iron, and those are the heavier elements. So there is a place where formation of each new elements happen. So that portion or region is what we call the fusion shells. So to sum it up, Big Bang theory is an effort to explain how the universe started. And there are 4 evidences that supports the Big Bang theory. And these are the redshift of the galaxies, microwave background, mixture of elements, and looking back in time. And elements and particles were produced by the Big Bang nucleosynthesis. And light elements form as it combined with other light elements, the heavy elements will form. So that is our lesson for this module. So if you have questions, you can contact me with the slides that I presented earlier. So you can see my contact number, contact details, and my Facebook account, and also my email address. You can send me your concerns and questions. So with that, thank you and mabuhay.